Have you ever watched an anime where the opening song is incredible, but the show itself doesn't quite live up to it? I believe anime openings are one of the most important thing when it comes to an anime. Music, as an art style, can be so impactful, so having an opening be amazing is such an important thing. An opening is the first real impression a show gives you. Before you understand the characters, before the story unfolds, those first 90 seconds set the tone, the emotion, and the expectations for everything that follows. And sometimes, that first impression becomes bigger than the show itself. A perfect example of this is Mashle, Magic and Muscles, specifically Season 2. Personally, I believe this show is mid. An enjoyable watch, sure, but nothing groundbreaking. But its opening song, Bling Bang Bang Born by Creepy Nuts, and its accompanying visuals became viral online. And all of a sudden, a lot of people were talking about this show. I mean, even I hadn't watched it before this opening became viral. I had season 1 on my planning list, but it was one of those shows that would have just sat on my planning list forever if it wasn't for the opening. This opening shaped public perception of this anime more than the actual episodes did. I saw no one talking about the actual show, but the opening was posted everywhere. You had people dancing to it on shorts. You had people posting it on Twitter for millions of likes. You even had people like the anime tourists make a corny music video for it that got millions of views. While the show itself remained, once again in my opinion, relatively straightforward and mid, the viral opening created an aura of popularity and excitement, which made the show go from mid but fun to a must-watch. My point is, anime openings can bring new viewers to a show that they wouldn't have watched otherwise. The opening also prepares you for a show. A truly great opening can prime your emotions before the story even begins, guiding how you interpret what's about to unfold, through its music, visuals, pacing, and symbolism. An anime that made me feel this way was Oshinoko, and its opening Idol by Yoasobi. Idol topped the charts when it released, dominated streaming platforms, and just like Bling Bang Bang Born, went incredibly viral online. When I was in Japan, I would constantly hear it everywhere I went. But what makes Idol stand out to me isn't just its popularity, it's how perfectly it fits the themes of the show it represents. If you haven't watched Oshinoko, it explores the negative sides of the entertainment industry. The pressure of fame, obsession from fans, themes like that. This opening captures those themes brilliantly. The song is bright and catchy and high energy on the surface, but the lyrics talk about deception, performance, and emotional isolation. That contrast mirrors the series itself, sparkling on the outside, but dark on the inside. The visuals of the opening also support this, having it flip between the glitz and glamour of idol life to the seriousness that lurks underneath it. From Ai dancing on stage to Aqua running around frantically. Compared to Mashle, this opening doesn't overshadow the anime, it elevates it, and the anime elevates the song as well. They work hand in hand to make the anime Oshinoko even better. Idol works because Oshinoko works. Another one I have to talk about is one of my favorite anime, Magical Destroyers. The opening is actually one of the reasons this is one of my favorite anime. It's full on psychedelic chaos. So here is a flashing light warning before I put it on screen. Skip to the time on screen to skip the flashing lights. The colors are constantly changing and glitching. The animation style changes out of nowhere. There's weird symbolism everywhere, and the sound design is amazing as well. And honestly, that's why it works so well. The show itself is completely unhinged at times, and the opening matches that energy perfectly. I love it. The opening had a big part to play in making Magical Destroyers one of my favorite anime, but I still have some issues with it that I may talk about in a separate video. My main issues are to do with the anime's ending. But still, the opening still stands out to me as a great example of a powerful opening. Now, I'm going to get into a more personal thought. As a big anime watcher, there are a lot of shows I had forced myself to watch. And I forced myself to watch it if I like the characters or if the opening is a banger. There are many shows I've done this for, but I'll only talk about one of the most painful ones. Let me introduce you to Grandizer U. Grandizer U is, I believe, a remake/reboot of the original UFO Robo Grandizer series. It seemed like it was going to lead the way to the revival of the Grandizer name, bring a whole new generation into the UFO Grandizer series, but instead of that, what many viewers got was an uneven production, weighed down by inconsistent pacing and awkward character writing. And I can't confirm or deny this because I hadn't watched the original, but I've heard that they also messed up and rushed a lot of the plot points. It was trash, what can I say? It was bad. And yet, despite all that, there was one thing that kept pulling me to the next episode. The ending theme, Protect You by Bandmaid. Every time an episode ended, the ending delivered the emotional weight the show was meant to deliver. The song and ending visuals somehow showed me what the actual show was meant to be like. And if the show matched the themes of its ending, it would have been amazing. At some point I realized I wasn't watching the show for the plot, but I was watching it to see the ending play again and again. It became like a reward system for me for sitting through a show. And I hate to admit it, but I ended up watching like half of the series in 2x speed, whilst on my lunch break at work, and then changing it to regular speed to watch the ending. The opening was great as well, but the ending carried it. So what am I getting at here? A great anime opening, or even an ending, isn't just a decoration. It isn't something you skip after watching it once. It has real power. It can change public perception. It can turn a mid but fun show into a must-watch show. It can perfectly capture themes and elevate an already amazing story to another level. And sometimes it can even carry a show on its back when the writing and production fail to do so. Mashle shows how an opening can create hype so strong that it reshapes how people see the anime. Oshinoko and Magical Destroyers shows how an opening can work hand in hand with a series, deepening its themes and strengthening its emotional impact. And shows like Grandizer U prove that music can be so powerful that it keeps someone watching a show they would have otherwise dropped. And yes, sometimes you find an anime with just an abysmal opening that you feel like you need to skip. And that's just how it is sometimes. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, please like and subscribe. I don't know how to end the video. Bye.